So, with the recent introduction of the new Android race in Dragon Ball Z Final Stand, people are asking me, Roball, what race do you think should be added to Dragon Ball Z Final Stand? And to me, in my opinion, I think the next race should most likely be the Bio-Android race. Now, if you don't know what the Bio-Android race is, here's a little recap, guys. The Bio-Androids are basically Cell's race. That's all it is. Cell, all those forms and everything, that's all the Bio-Androids. The Cell Juniors, those are Bio-Androids as well. We don't know too much about them, but we do know their transformations, and that's basically all we need to know. So when it comes to the Bio-Android race, let's first start out with the transformations, guys, what you guys want to already know from the very beginning. So in total, Cell has quite a few transformations. He has his semi-perfect, his imperfect, his perfect, and then his super perfect, and then he also has the two previous transformations, the one that he's like a little like egg, and then his like larval state. So when it comes to Cell's race, the Bio-Androids, guys, I think how they should start out is they should start out in their imperfect form in the very beginning. And to do this, I think Snake Will should just make it so they have the little back thing, and that's color changeable, but then they also have a shirt that's going to be like the dots and everything, so you can just hire someone to make the shirt for the Cell race, and they can just color change that, and that'll be their like skin color and everything. So the imperfect Cell will most likely be the like base transformation. So you just start out with that, no stat point extras or anything, and I think the Cell race could actually get 1 stat point per level, but that would make them a little bit too overpowered. So maybe 1 stat point every other level would be fair, which is what I think is fair, or maybe 1 stat point every 3 levels like some other races, because if we add the Cell race, they will be one of the most powerful races with these transformations that I'm about to give you guys. So we have the imperfect Cell first, that's what you start out as, nothing important there, no new stat points, nothing new there. But then the one after that is the second transformation, or the basically first transformation, which is the semi-perfect Cell form, and this form was obtained by like basically every form is obtained by absorbing things. But what I'm thinking is these forms could be attained just by transforming like the Frieza race was. So when it comes to this, the semi-perfect Cell could be a Super Saiyan 1 or a Super Saiyan 2 form, but it's probably fair that it's between the two. So Super Saiyan 1 gives 50 stat points for everything, and then Super Saiyan 2 gives 100. So the second form could give 75 to 100 stat points on everything but health max and key max, which would make sense. Well, now, what you guys think? Do you think that's fair? I think the level requirement should also be level 100 or level 75, between those two levels. That way it just matches the stat points that it gives. And now on to the next transformation, guys. The next transformation is Perfect Cell. The player's going to immediately get Perfect Cell after that, and the Perfect Cell transformation would most likely be the Super Saiyan 3 of the race, if not the Super Saiyan God. So if we made the semi-perfect Cell 100 stat points and level 100, we can make Perfect Cell be level 250 and give 225 stat points to everything. That way it's weaker than Super Saiyan God, or it could give 200 stat points to everything, so it's stronger than Super Saiyan 3, but weaker than Super Saiyan God for sure. That way they're not too overpowered. Then, when it comes to the Perfect Cell form, guys, I think this form will be the one that players use a lot, because we can make the Super Perfect Cell use a lot of ki, similar to Kaioken times 10, and then like Super Saiyan Blue times 10, whatever. And then the Cell Perfect form could be like basically Frieza's final form, quote unquote, that players would be using other than the golden form. That way this one would be the one that they use mostly in order to save ki. Now on to the next transformation, which of course is the Super Perfect Cell form, and all this would be is basically a bigger version of Cell. And now we've seen Cell in game a lot, guys. Cell, we know what he looks like. He's in the future map, he's in the present map, he has the imperfect form, and he also has the perfect form that we've seen. So Snake has the necessary models to make the little back wing thing and also the head model, so everything is fine on that point. All he has to do is texture it and make certs for it. That way the Cell race does look different from other races. So when it comes to the Super Perfect Cell form, I'm thinking that the Super Perfect Cell form would be somewhere around a like level over at least Super Saiyan Blue or less, guys. So about level 300 to level 350 requirement. And then this transformation will of course be a lot of Zenny, similar to the other transformations. But with this transformation, guys, I'm thinking that the max like stats or whatever that it gives would be less than 400, making it around Super Saiyan Blue's level. And if it's around that level, that gives Snake World the room or like the potential to make more transformations for this race. That way this race wouldn't start out too overpowered, because I know the Android race, people think it's overpowered and a lot of people think it's too weak. I think the Android race is fine, but the Bio-Android or the Cell race, they need some working if they're going to be added to the game. So when it comes to the Cell race, I'm thinking, yeah, 400 or less stat points for the next transformation, the Super Perfect form. And with the Super Perfect form, it could like literally be lightning around the character, and they grow a little bit bigger, similar to Legendary Super Saiyan in game. That way it's a little bit different from the perfect form. But when it comes to the whole super perfect form, this might be something that Snake might want to make a prestige form. If not, it's totally fine. But when it comes to this form, after that, anything else would necessarily just be Snake's ideas, because the Cell race is basically every other race combined into one. All it is the bio androids. They combine like the human race, Piccolo's genes, Saiyan genes, stuff like that. That's how Cell has Super Saiyan form. The Cell race can go Super Saiyan because they have Super Saiyan genes, or the Saiyan genes. They can also like regrow their limbs because they have Piccolo's genes, and they also can absorb things like Ki and stuff like that, if depending on the Cell person or depending on the bio android, because of the androids that they were made after, which because they're bio androids, they're different from the normal androids, which were made from human carcasses and everything, but the bio androids are made from the DNA from the humans. So when it comes to the bio androids, they could be one of the most powerful races added to the game. If not, they could be like the second or third most powerful. The only issue I could see with adding the bio android race is the transformations, because players might argue that these transformations, they're not really transformations, they're evolutions, and these evolutions are kept throughout time. But it's not actually true, not necessarily true. Cell de-transforms or like goes down in evolutions every time he loses Ki or loses the energy, because as we've seen in the series, when Cell was basically like killed by like Goku or whatever, like teleported, he was transformed into a semi-perfect Cell form, and he was at King Kai's planet with Goku before he exploded. But then like he just came back and everything, similar to spoilers, he came back and he fought Gohan again, and he was in his super perfect form, which made him even stronger. So when it comes to Cell, guys, I'm thinking that this race is one of the least possible to be added to the game, purely because the transformations, it might confuse Snake, or it might be confusing to other players, because they might think that, oh, this doesn't make sense, it should be an evolution, not a transformation. But regardless, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. In the last video, a lot of you guys commented, and I did enjoy that. I like reading your guys' comments, so make sure you comment down below your ideas, what you think about what I presented. If you have any other ideas, or you think my ideas need some working, go ahead and tell me in the comment section down below. If you have any ideas for transformations for the bio android race, please do comment them down below. I would love to read it and maybe make a future video just further talking about my ideas and like further developing from the ones that you guys give me. That way the android race is a little bit more developed, or the bio android race is more developed. That way we can just get more information out the Snake Roll, so if he wants to add the bio android race, it would make more sense. Now another reason why this race might not be added is because Snake Roll might not want to hire a clothing designer to make these Cell like skin things. So when it comes to Roblox clothing, you can make things transparent so the skin color of the player like changes it. But when it comes to the Cell race, that's going to have to happen unless Snake Roll wants to hire someone to make like a custom model, which of course he doesn't want to do. But when it comes to the bio android race, I'm pretty sure people want to be different colors, and Snake Roll either might want to make it so it's transparent or make different versions colors. Like we have the purple, we have green, we've had blue, Cell Juniors and stuff like that. So we've had different colors of Cells or bio androids throughout the Dragon Ball Z series, throughout like Dragon Ball games and stuff like that. So they're not necessarily canon, but they are necessarily different. We've seen different versions. So when it comes to the Cell race, I'm thinking if there were a Cell race in the game, what would they max in? Like what would they major in? And I'm thinking the Cell race would have to major in Ki max, speed, and somewhat Ki damage. Because the Cell race, they have to have Ki max a lot, because or else they de-transform. We've noticed that Cell does have to absorb a lot of people in order to transform into his next form. So it could make sense to nerf them by giving them like maybe half the Ki, like the android race, or giving them 75% Ki, whatever Snake wants. And then we could also maybe make it so they're basically like a speed race, because we've seen Cell, he's pretty fast when he fights. He's not a dumb person or dumb android, he knows what he's doing. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, tell me down below in the comment section any ideas you have, what you enjoyed about it, any problems you see with this, guys. Poke any holes you guys have. I want to know. I want to be correct with my future theories. That way they're a little bit better with Final Stand. I'm going to be leveling on my Android more and more in the future, guys, so make sure you subscribe for that. Join me on streams. I'm going to try to stream every single day for you guys in the afternoon, about 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. CST, so make sure you guys are there for the streams. Guys, if you did enjoy this, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, comment down below any ideas. Join my Discord chat, link is down below. Join my Roblox group as well. I sell merch there, and it's going off sale at the end of the month, guys. 20 days or less until it's off sale. So make sure you guys cop the merch before it goes off sale, the gold series, guys. And follow me on Twitter at Roball01. I'll leave that link down below as well, guys. So make sure you guys do all of that, what I just told you. Comment down below any ideas. I really want to know your guys' ideas. I keep repeating it because I want to know your guys' ideas on the Cell race, or anything that you find wrong with it, or any ideas you have on future races. Next video will most likely, like, update ideas videos, will most likely be on like a Jiren race, or maybe some sort of update to some of the races But till then, guys, it's been your man Roball. I'm signing out now, and I'll see you guys in the next Final Stand video. Peace, guys.